Hello and welcome to another I Explores. Okay, so today I'm going to do some more streets. Now this will be part 4. So I've recently acquired a book on the streets of Grimsby and I'm going to follow it because there's some information in there that I'm going to share with you. I'm going to show you as well, the things I didn't even know myself. So let's go and have a look. Looking down Town Hall Street. Now the picture I mentioned, if I turn the camera around, look straight at the Town Hall in front of me there. Now about here, you can see it rising up. I don't know why. It looks like there's something either side, I'm not entirely certain. But this is Town Hall Street, with a few old houses down here. Yeah, the Town Hall, that street, there was a drop either side. I've just had a study of the picture and there was a drop either side, like a dip. It isn't a river or anything, it's just like a bridge either side. Just goes down a little ways. So yeah, it was definitely a dip either side, that's why the road's like that. So let's carry on. As you can see, an old foot scraper down there. There's one just here as well, so these are really old buildings. Original front door there, look. Excellent. But like I say, this does rise up. Now recently, there was digging down here and I found like a room. Now, it looked like a pump room to me. I'm not entirely sure, but that's what it looked like, to pump water from somewhere maybe. Or maybe an underground toilet. I don't know, it was around about in that direction where the camera is now. So we're going to carry on. We're going to take a look at Doughty Road. Okay, so I'm on the corner of Doughty Road now. Just a bit of information where I'm stood now. In this roundabout here, they had a Messerschmitt during the war parked up here that has been shot down, so they parked it right down there where I'm stood, across from the waterworks there. But we're going this way. Now I'm going to show you an actual part of the original bridge here now, and part of that bridge up there is where it got shot by a Messerschmitt during the war. Now they've actually saved a bit of the original bridge, which I will show you shortly. As you can see up there, there's the Town Hall and that in the background. So we're going to go down this way and I'll show you a few things down this area. Okay, so we're now coming up to the railway bridge. Obviously I've covered this before. I was in front of me there, is where the Grimsby to Louth went over, where that white wall is over there. So I've come down here because I spotted a plaque on the top, which I've never seen before. There we go. Subway and roads were opened by Alderman George Doughty, JP and MP, on December the 23rd, 1895. So that's all this area just here. And obviously the railways have been here since 1848. So we're going to go across the road and I'm going to show you part of the original bridge which was shot by the Luftwaffe. So let's go and have a look. Okay, so we're coming to the piece of bridge that I was telling you about. As you can see there, there's the bullet holes. There's one there and one down there. It's a part of the original bridge. Now this access was opened in like I've just read across the road there. I told you when it opened in 1895. And obviously during the war, it's got shot round here. You can see these steps are very old. They must have led up there and went across that way there. Now the thing is, the tracks are in front of me there. Where I'm looking now, it's just here. So I think that Peppercorn Gate crossing was somewhere where the camera's pointing now. It's a bit hard to pinpoint, but I think it's in that area there. So if anybody knows, I have opened my comments now, I've worked it out, so if anybody can tell me, that'd be fantastic. But I've got a feeling it's that area because I can see the train tracks on the picture that I have actually got in this book that I own. So let's go and have a look. Obviously that way there, that carries on. There's a walkway down there. So yeah, it's Peppercorn Walk. Okay, as you can see from front of me, it says Peppercorn Walk there. Well, obviously that picture goes way back, so it must be somewhere along here somewhere. Well, this is apparently Peppercorn Walk, but I don't know. I always thought it was further down in that direction. I may be wrong, but as you can see, that's what it says there. And if that's correct, there, so it probably is right. So let's take a further look. I'll go and look somewhere else. Okay, so we're coming up to the place where the cemetery was on Doughty Road and Ainsley Street. Now I'm currently stood on Doughty Road, which is down that way there. If I turn the camera around, Ainsley Street is over in that direction and the cemetery is on this field, or was on this field here. Now Ainsley Street was built in 1882 and this ground obviously got what you call consummated, is it, something, by a cannon in 1856. and 1879 or between them dates. Okay, so we're now walking down Abbey Road. Obviously, Abbey Road, the site of the Wellows Abbey. Now, I've got a few pictures of that as well. Yet again, I can't show you, but this is where I'm walking now down Abbey Road. Now, the actual site of the Abbey is around this area somewhere where I am now. I'm coming up to another building, which is across the road from me, a white building there. Now, that was a laundry. So it's where you took your clothes before the days you had your own washing machine, I would have thought, back then. It is an old building. I don't know how long it's been there. But yeah, that's where you took the laundry into that place. So as I was saying, round this area was the Abbey. Now, as you can see, Wellow Gate. There would probably be a gate round here into it, because it's quite a big building. Obviously, they didn't build small monasteries. And obviously, King Henry VIII, the dissolution of the monasteries in 1539. So they obviously got knocked down, or I think it stayed for a while, and then it looked like it was changed to a house, like a country estate house, like a villa, if you like. But I know it was in this area where we are now. Obviously, Abbey Road, a continuation of it. There's lots of old houses down there, which I'll do a video on soon. So yeah, let's carry on. Okay, so now I'm walking down Wellow Gate, and I've just come up to these cottages, which I've done on a previous video. Now, I've never noticed before, there's a sign up that says 1792. I think I found the dates out for these on a previous video I did. But it's up right at the top there. Right above the door. So I've been here quite a long time. So we're going to carry on. So I'm currently walking down Dean's Grove. Now, here used to be where the cattle got off. The cattle trains were to take the cattle into the countryside, obviously. And this is where it was. There was a siding just down here where I'm stood now. Obviously, it's obviously long gone, but it's through these thingies here. So I pop the camera through there the best I can. It was through here on this side, and there was a siding, like I say, which was just down this area here. Let's pull the camera back out. I'm going to carry on walking up here just to see what's down this bit. But yeah, that's where it was. You used to stop there, and your cattle got on and off, and that obviously, like I said, to go wherever they were going. Maybe the slaughterhouse up Turner's, I don't know. But yeah. That's down Cromwell Road, by the way, if you're wondering, but maybe further on than that. But obviously there's nothing left there now, but this is where it was. There was a big shed down here. I've got a picture of it, and it stretched quite a bit, about as far as where I am now. Obviously you can't get to it because it's railway, but yeah. So I'm just having a look down here. Looks like an old building just there. It does. I don't know what that was, but yeah, there you go. Now a little bit further up, not doing any harm, only walking. So let's have a look. Yeah, there we go. As you can see, there's the Dean's Gate Bridge in front of us. You can just see it up there. Like I say, all down here, it's fantastic. Really is good. I've never been down here before, so I thought I'd have a look. I'm not going to go much further. Looks like you can't. Somebody's put a wire across there. You can see this old building here, look. Well, there should be a window there. And yes, it's definitely an old building, so I'm not going to go much further than this. Obviously people live down here, but yeah, this is really good. So let's carry on. Okay, so we're coming up now to Alfred Terrace. Now, I don't know how long this has been here. The dates I've got, obviously the early 1800s, so it's been here quite a long time, and that's obviously had a lot of changes. I'm going to go across the road, so I get run over again. And also, just there in front of me, there's stables. That there in front of me, the light green windows and that is the stables, and there's an archway there for the horses, which I'll show you shortly. Now this is Alfred Terrace. Okay, there's a famous poet that lived down here, and he was here from 1809 to 1892, and he got the Poet Laureate award as well. It's really good to know things like that. I haven't got his name written down here, but I don't know. Okay, so Alfred Terrace ran from Tennyson Street towards Frederick Street. It's obviously no longer here, from what I can tell. But yeah, that's where it ran from. As I was saying before, this building here was the stables, obviously being converted into housing now. And if I come across here a little bit, you can see through there is where the horses went. Now also, there was an orchard there, Brown's Orchard, so obviously that's what they did, and probably apples. Who knows, apples, pears. Obviously not anymore, but that's what that is. So let's carry on. Okay, so I'm currently walking down Grosvenor Street, and I've just found another old house, probably everybody's walked past this. I can't see a date on there of anything, so I'm not sure if I'll be able to find that, but I might. And obviously there's one next to it, obviously Victorian, probably early 19th century, 1800s, around about that time. Obviously across the road there is the county police station, which I've covered on a previous video, so you know what area I'm in. So yeah, they're still there, so let's carry on. Okay, so I'm now walking down Cartergate. Now the reason it's called that is because you brought your carts through here, up this road here, and obviously into town to stop all the mud and muck getting in the town centre. So that's what I read. But obviously, you know, most of this has gone down here now. There's been a lot of shops down this area here. You see a model shop, be a theatre down here as well, which I've done on a previous video. There was a community building on there called, I think it was Blesmer House. There's lots of things on here that I've gone. Obviously, you can guess what the replacement is. Not hard. Now, the earliest reference to Cartergate was it's 1406. So that's quite a long time that this street's been here. So obviously, it must have been a trackway in for quite a long time. So obviously that's in the 15th century there. Now, I'm coming up this way, and I also used to be, let me get across this road. As you go round the corner, I've just walked up in that direction round there. There used to be a fruit shop, a fishmonger's, and a few other shops down there. Obviously now there's this great big thing put in its place. And a picture I've got that I can't show as all flaming ways. This is Chantry Lane, looking towards town that way. Used to look really good. Used to be all shops either side of the road going through there, on this side and on that side as well. Loads of shops going in towards town. So this is Cartergate, so let's carry on. Okay, so I'm now on George Street. So around about that area there was a chapel, George Street Chapel. So that was in that area, obviously no longer there anymore. Obviously knocked down like everything around here, but yeah, there was a chapel just there. There's quite a lot of them around town. There's what I've just been finding out, but yeah, that's where it was, so let's move on. Okay, so I'm now walking down Bradley Street, going towards Ayton Square, or Ayton Street, as it was known. So if I turn the camera around, what I'm going to show you is there's a black, see that coloured windows up there? Now that used to be a chapel just there, right where that is. Now there's plenty of these chapels around that I've just shown you back in the town there. But yeah, that's the site where there was a chapel, and it looked out onto Ayton Street, as it says, or Ayton Square. And that's where we're coming up to. Now there's a building that on this picture I have is still the way to get your cart in and your horse through there. Now I've done this bit before, and here's like an advertisement for something, and I don't know what that is. But yeah, that building was there when the chapel was on this side here, behind me. So that's another interesting point there. So let's carry on. Did it out before, and there's some along the bottom there. As you can see, all this was what covered in it. Now what that was, I don't know, but obviously you was able to see it. Obviously this wasn't here, but the chapel was at the time probably. So that's a good thing. That. So let's see if I can work out what that is, or have a look on a map or something, or in a book or online. So let's go. Okay, so I'm not still on Enid Road, and I'm on Home Hill now, where the church is through there. Now it's said that the Romans was on there somewhere, but I don't know how true that is. I'll have to find that out. I've read it somewhere. And also there was a brickworks around here, and across the road where the camera's pointing used to be a sawmill, which I have mentioned on a previous video. But yeah, there's a lot of things going on around here. But that hill, I don't know if it was occupied by the Romans or not. And there was obviously the East Marsh Drain that run down this way too, around this area. So we're going to have another look, and we're going to go to another street. Okay, so I'm now walking down Albion Street. Now, Albion is an ancient name from way back in Great Britain, Albion. And this is Albion Street, so the name of it's quite old. And I've just read down here that a 24-year-old fisherman, I'm not going to say the name, 24-year-old fisherman from this very street was sent to the gallows for shooting his wife. God, And the gun was used and bought from a shop on Albion Street. Wow, strange things happen down here, eh? I never knew that fact, so there you go. Innocent looking street like this and somebody kills his wife for the gun. Anyway, so let's move on. Okay, so now on Albert Street. Ragged School on Albert Street. I don't know if it's this side or the other side, because it actually runs straight in front of me, straight through there, and comes out obviously the other side of Freeman Street. Okay, so this road was off Freeman Street, was named after Prince Albert Victor, and that's why it's done that. It's called that. The son of the Prince of Wales, who became King Edward the V11. I can never remember what they are. Hang on, that's a 7th. Yeah, King Edward the 7th. There you go. In 1885. But yeah, there was a school called the Ragged School down this very street. So there's a lot of things, a lot of facts have gone on there, but a lot of things that you don't know. And there you go. Interesting. Okay. Okay, so we've come to the end of another video. I hope you like that one. Streets number 4. There will be plenty. Like I say, I have got a book with many facts in about streets around here, so there'll probably be more later on. But I'd like to thank all my new subscribers and everybody for watching my content. It's much appreciated, and keep liking my content. It really does help my channel and, you know, help me do more filming. So thank you very much to everyone, and I'll see you next time on the next video. Bye for now.